Hello and welcome to the DGA YouTube channel where the most fun wins. I'm Tyler Brickley. This is
Barrett Houchin.
And this is Most Fun Wins 8 already. We've done a lot of these.
The Ocho.
And we've got such a fun video today. Check this out. Barrett has not seen these all yet, or at least not handled them.
Oh my gosh.
So we have some vintage DGA discs here. A handful of these are new, and they're all from our friend Mike Hughes at the Flying Disc Museum. Now this is an important disclaimer. While some of these are actually new and unthrown, none of them are irreplaceable. So none of them are like one of a kind. They all have duplicates that are living in the Flying Disc Museum right now. Go to flyingdiscmuseum.com if you want to check those out. I'll probably throw a link in the description below. So if something should happen, something terrible like one of these might break, because it is 30-year-old plastic, I don't want you guys to get upset. It is what it is. We're doing this for history, for posterity. We're going to put vintage plastic against modern DGA plastic and see what happens. For what it's worth, we have also chosen the most absolutely open course around Wichita, Kansas. All right, it's Tyler and Barrett in the booth.
How's it going?
And Barrett, you just won the toss there. Why were you so excited that you won the toss on this one?
Just knowing how the course lays out in the wind that day, I knew that the certainties I picked would be more favorable for these old discs that don't handle wind too well.
So I'm throwing, this is my first throw with...
Fresh out of the car.
Had never thrown one before. It's probably the best thing I'm going to do all day, actually. I should probably just stop. So what we're doing for the layout is the person that's using the vintage DGA discs is throwing from the short tees, and the other person is throwing modern DGA discs from the long tees, and we just alternate doing that every other hole.
Come on. Oh. Putting with these things was not quite favorable, the old discs.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anything here.
Yeah, that was a rough... Your drive looked like you were right there, and you were. You were probably only 18, 20 feet away, but just stuck. So I'm flicking a torrent here. I can't remember what the distance said. Probably under 3. I'd say 280 or something like that.
Soft touch, something I don't have.
Words to live by.
And you say that, but then you put a pretty good soft touch on that disc there to get inside the circle.
Yeah, I got about the flight I expected, putting with like a 2-inch wide putter there.
They did feel really small. I was pretty curious to see if it was just going to break on the first throw or not. And then I've got an even shorter putt.
Already getting in your head. So
just after hole 2, you're already up a skin. We're playing match play. And I thought maybe you picked the wrong disc for this distance.
Yeah, I was already standing on the tee pad. I thought I'm asking a little too much out of it. 330 in the headwind with the quake, but...
It's a little vintage disc ASMR there for you.
Is that a Coca-Cola can or a Ziploc bag?
Look at me just turn. This thing, yeah, that just went right over. That is an official thrower. I guess you could say there was a headwind, but I mean, it was probably 5 miles an hour. It was more of a breeze.
Look at that touch.
Yep, got that one up there, so I'll save the par. Barrett's got this to do. No.
Yep. Full disclosure, I got out the car and said, I'm going to just change my whole form today. So we'll see how that works out.
Okay, Ice Tempest, I'm on the longs here, which is under 4, but not a ton because it plays a little uphill. And this is one of those rare times that I had a line in mind and I executed it.
It was a really good shot.
That's as much as I got.
Full flat out of that Tempest.
So what are you throwing here?
I believe
Oh, you're throwing the fader.
Yeah, the fader. And
man, almost. I mean, like really good.
That was not bad. It's definitely not a fader.
Yeah, you're saying it's not bad.
And you were mentioning you realized golf terms, right?
I thought on this hole, because one of them's called the fader and one of them's called the hooker. And so I thought maybe that the fader actually would go to the right more than the hooker would, using like ball golf terms.
Yeah.
And you just annihilated this hurricane.
I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah, you're way back there.
Yeah.
On this one, and this was the hole that you specifically were excited that you won the toss because I've got the old discs. And let's watch this throw again with a little. We don't have a name for our follow flight. I don't even know if we can say that. We need to think of a DGA name for the flight line. Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Ooh, it's like a cool...
So I'm testing my theory here that maybe the hooker is the one that's going to go to the left. I mean, we know fade is like a term for a disc that, fades to the left at the end. But having discs called the hooker and the fader, I was thinking, oh, maybe they're borrowing that from ball golf.
Mm-hmm. Before stability and overs and understable came into play.
And I'm kind of not ready to give up on that theory because I do feel like that one is more stable. I'm throwing into the exact same headwind as hole 3. And you saw how fast hole 3's shot turned into a roller.
This one just a little bit left, so.
Oh, I just thought you threw it in for the eagle on that one. So I need to get up and down and pray that Barrett can't get out of the trees, and then I throw it into the trees. So
not a bad bogey with that. Those discs.
I definitely had a more open look than you. You have to go to the turbo here.
This is my first turbo of the year, so
and it shows.
Yeah.
So I'm back to the longs with that Ice Tempest, but we tied on hole 5, which I was feeling like $1 million going into hole 6 because I had totally given that one up to you just because of the distance.
Here, I was trying to get a good amount of turn on it, release a bit left of the basket, but it just held that tailwind. It just kept it so straight. I was really surprised by it.
Tail breeze. That was the best, like, small disc diameter shot I think that we may have thrown, but sadly it just went straight in the wrong direction.
Right.
So I'm going to cash in on that one, which is going to make us even.
Yes.
After 6 holes.
Here, me and Tyler are about in 2 cubic or square feet of space.
Yeah, there's not a, and this is
in the basket.
Ace. Ah.
Oh, I thought it would actually go in that time.
Yeah. It was so close. And I threw that one how I wanted to, just not high enough. Had the turn that it needed. And fluttered that one out to the right. You've got a knee putt, but it's not crazy long. But you did doink it.
Yeah, I knew it out of the hand. You just staying on me.
Oh, here we're looking at the stress fractures.
A couple more putts and this one might be done for.
I think that's when we determined that was going to be kind of the all-time putter.
Right.
This one's a blind shot from the back tees. It's not crazy long, but I pulled out my SP tremor because it's just perfect for this shot. It just keeps going right.
Wow. Check me out for my Tour Series Kitty Hawk drop in 2020.
Oh, that'd be epic.
I'm going to keep pushing for that.
The Barrett, Houch, and Kitty Hawk. And I was thinking that you get another like great line with it. It's
heads up.
Heading too far right, but man, you're getting great distance out of these.
Yeah, it's good for those controllable Anheisers, that's for sure.
A weak side on the Mach 5. So I had that for the birdie. So we stay tied after 8. This one is one that I feel like we both should birdie no matter which tee or what kind of discs we're throwing because it's just so short.
Yeah, if I don't birdie this, like, what am I doing? Oh, hey.
Yeah, what are you doing?
About 80 feet short. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a left to right turn. It's just perfect for this, and I threw it just dead flat. I just no hyzer on it.
You want to go back out and film that real quick?
I do.
Okay.
I like 100% after this hole. I was like, but I had this little floaty turn around the corner, and I thought that I had got it. That would have totally redeemed it. You've got this for your par. Another weak side.
That new putt's coming in clutch, let me tell you.
So I'm going to go up one after 9 holes, but I think we're going to kick it out to the course here in a second. All right, let's see what our players have to say.
Hey, thanks, guys. Oh, Barrett, by the way, looking good today. Through the front 9, Tyler's up by 1. We're playing match play.
I'm also ahead with sweat.
That you are, but I like the blue.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
Thank you very much. So Tyler, what are you thinking about throwing these discs thus far?
I don't know how you older gentlemen, you were young at the time, but I don't know how the older generation managed to get 350 out of some of these discs. Like, I don't think I've thrown anything over 300 with them. It's been an absolute blast though to throw them. I mean, it just like takes you back 20 years, you know?
It does feel like it's quite an opportunity to get to throw these right now.
Yeah. And they're so glidey.
Yeah, they are.
They're flippy, but real floaty, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what time it is? Shasta Shock. Throwing the Shasta Shock, which I've recently discovered that I love. And I was Shasta shocked by, actually I wasn't. I started that one out flat where it needed a little hyzer.
Yeah, watch this.
This line though.
That late turn.
It just kept turning. From where we were standing, it looked like it was in. Turns out it was just a little behind.
And then
there's another late turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On the putt. Like a nice
scary.
Comebacker there, though.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Overall, it seems like if we would have just aimed a little higher and a little more left. You pumped this. This was a Hellfire, right?
Right. And in hindsight, should have probably thrown a Hurricane, but I was thinking, why not? I was playing those long tees blind anyway, so I wasn't
You didn't
quite
know
sure.
the distance. You were thinking it was 400 feet when it's in reality probably a little closer to 450.
Mm-hmm. Kind of skied it a bit too. That's a good approach right there.
It looked good. It snagged some of those trees, so I'm in the circle, but able to tie it up here. So now you've got that. It's just one of those times where you just have to throw a good shot, you know? There's just not what's coming up here?
You know, sometimes the dog has its day, and
it's just a rare, really good shot from Tyler.
And for a second, I think you were on some performance enhancing drugs there, but I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Now, to be fair, you make the Mando too, and even from the short tees, that's not an easy Mando.
Right.
Especially when you're throwing a 30-year-old disc. But I've got that one to go up 2.
It's getting scary for me.
Very tiny gap.
From the back tees on this, it's an absolutely terrifying gap. So you're going to go up and out.
I choose to take the hardest route just because I can, even though I'm behind.
You've got the knuckle breaking thumber.
Grenade.
I love when that came in. That sounded so cool. Yeah, the knuckle breaking grenade. And I told myself spike hyzer straight up in the air.
This was bad cam work by me because I just did not expect it to get that far. Not because of you, but because 100%. Of that disc. Yeah.
No, I am totally with you. So I pick up another birdie with that one. And I cooked this one way too hard in the trees.
177-foot hole, so throwing my driver. Big boy distance.
It is absolutely bizarre that this used to be considered a driver.
Yep, and
you can see how understable it is. And
drives
it just,
right into the ground.
Yeah. I'm way back there. I've got that to try and save the birdie. So now you've got this to pick up get one back.
I had to send it, and
you sent it.
Yes, I did.
So now you need to make this tester to stay even, and it doesn't. So I'm going to be up 4 now, so I'm dormy. You need to win out, basically.
Mm-hmm. You got that soft touch.
I got to tell you guys, this disc felt so good. Like it was pretty stiff. It's got the lines of Hedrick on the top.
Very comparable, especially in diameter, to an Ultimate disc.
Yeah.
Just nice and floaty. Kind of like that big Kitty Hawk we've been throwing earlier.
I don't get it high enough there, but still close enough. Is this for the win, effectively?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why that changed my game plan, but...
Just all day.
Snuck it in on the left side there. So that means we tie up the most fun wins challenge at 4-4 now. And we're going to have some fun. So Barrett and I decided to throw these discs for distance. But before we did that, we wanted to throw a control just to kind of to show you about how far we're throwing with new discs. So what did you throw?
Shakalaka. I threw a Hurricane. What'd you throw?
I threw a Proline Tempest, and I thought I threw it really well. I mean, I guess I did throw it really well. I'm just not as good as I think I am. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, man. I have to have so much.
You're throwing the one that says putter on it, even though for all intents and purposes it's a lot like the driver, and that is just absolutely perfect.
And tailwinds, they hold up really well. It's just headwinds.
I'm yelling at you. You threw it as far as my Tempest. It felt like that. Turns out it was a little shorter, but.
And I am just trying to throw these pretty much the exact same as I threw that Hurricane, probably just a little bit more hyzer. I'm not really changing my pullback or anything.
You're throwing them with the same power, you mean?
Same power, not trying to get any more like wrist snap or anything.
That was a good one there. Man, again, just a little higher.
Yeah, exactly. They'll just go straight forever, it seems like.
Driver? I'm throwing the driver. I knew this one was flippy, so I did actually throw this one very high and very hyzer, and it actually holds a turn.
Yeah, it's surprising.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I tried to do the same thing here, but it was a little flatter, and that one I got all I could out of that one.
Crunch.
That's got to be 300. It felt like it was 300. This one I threw even higher.
Yeah.
Just a little too high. I think that could have been the best one for me.
Pretty flight.
They just stay in the air forever. Hey, thanks, guys. Hey, Tyler, looking cool, man. I like the shirt without the sweat. Oh, wait, we can't see us. Hey, thanks, guys. I got to say, Tyler, your voice is sounding great today. I held off Barrett, and that means that we tied up again on the most fun wins challenges. We're 4-4 right now.
Just can't shake you.
Can't shake me. It's definitely an honor to be tied with someone of your caliber, which is about a 22, if you were wondering. Wow, these things went far. 250 feet.
Get at me, Simon Lazat.
On the on the Kitty Hawk, basically what we've been calling an ultimate disc. I just wanted to get one over 300. That was my goal. This one did not do that. 270 and 220 on the driver. Solid 220 foot drive. So got 280 on Barrett's Kitty Hawk.
Pumped.
Oh yeah, there's 290.
He's giving me that sympathy
The
feet.
soft touch. And shot of the freaking day. 300 feet.
Wow.
That is amazing. Look, this guy.
He's getting in on the glory. And here's your pumped Tempest.
I can't help but feeling a little bit embarrassed about this. This is only 330. It still is technically farther than all of Barrett's, but it didn't feel farther. If you've got 4 or 5 minutes to hang out with us, we're gonna walk up here and try and find Barrett's drive. About another 1/4 of a mile up yonder. Jerk.
Oh, do it, do it, do it.
Come on.
Do it, do it. Right now, go.
Now it's going
Hey,
down. It's
just move.
yeah, here we go. Oh,
Dude, I ripped it.
let's go! All right, thanks for watching Most Fun Wins number 8.
Yeah.
And Barrett and I are tied 4-4. So hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell right down there so that you don't miss the next challenge. Barrett, what's your prediction? We don't know what we're gonna do for 9, but which one of us is gonna take the lead again?
Well, now that I've gotten my taste for blood with that 7th challenge, I got the lead. I'm not letting off the gas. I mean, I was saying that when I got out of the car here on this one, but this time I'm meaning
But
it.
now that you know what it's like to be ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be relentless.
Yeah, and we were, so this is us just trying to get a thumbnail for the video. Just in case you guys thought we were cool all the time.
Is this what Instagram influencers feel like?